Do the lakes look like fingers?
Mm, it doesn't show you that wide of a profile, Nick. This, I'm calling it right now. I have a sense for Pacific Northwest. This is the fucking PNW right here.
A&W root beer?
We have A&Ws in the PNW.
NW. You really do love your Pacific Northwest when you play this game.
Well, it's just when it shows up, it's just guaranteed. This is
Southern
Canada.
Arizona
Those
or
are
Australia.
Canadian signs. I'd recognize that shit any fucking where. Yeah. Oh wait, it's in French though, and only in French.
Oh. Montreal.
No, I think this is maybe like northern Quebec. Oh no, there's an English sign that came right after. Now
They
that
don't have any English in Quebec?
there is like in all of Canada, I think it has to be French then English, but only in Quebec is it French first, English
French,
second.
Right.
But let's see what the sign says.
But it's
White
not as English, so
River.
it's not like it's just French.
No, that's correct. All right, I still think this is the Pacific Northwest. I'm going to go with my gut, even though this French sign came first. And I'm going to say that this is somewhere in BC. It said White River was kind of far away, like 80
I got a
kilometers.
White River for you right here.
Sorry, Nick, do you have something to say?
Said I had a White River for you right here.
I'm going to say that this is on the Trans-Canada Highway near Prince George. Oh, I was 2,000 kilometers away. That was actually my home province of Ontario.
Oh, you're terrible at everything.
It's like actually a picture of your childhood house.
Nobody goes to Northern
Mom on
Ontario,
the
though.
side.
No, not of their own volition, anyway. Right country, though. I knew that that's the country where I live. Information tourist.
God.
People driving on the right. People driving on the right. Now this could be like Massachusetts. What do you think about this, Rob? I know you don't live in Massachusetts, but you know, it's got an East Coast feel.
Rob knows
There's a lot of
Massachusetts.
that. Yeah, that does look. That also could totally be Oregon-y.
I was thinking maybe. Well, like it's got a weird stuff going on because there's like French here, Galerie d'Art, art gallery, and then there's a third language underneath it, but that might just be French again. And there's a lighthouse, so this could be like the coast of
double
France,
French.
or it could be like a port in like Quebec or something.
How
don't think that's
cobblestoned are
France.
the streets?
These look like North American roadways to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this looks like North America because there's no.
Oh,
you don't
it's
have,
Quebec.
Like Austin Powers isn't running around.
I know it's
there you
Quebec
go.
because
Austin-
the liquor store is called the SAQ. That's like the something alcoholic something store
Like what's
alcoholic queue up.
Mm.
So this is in Quebec, I think, or maybe like New Brunswick, but I'm pretty sure it's Quebec. Let's see if he gets Port Daniel is over there. Rivière, Petite Rivière, Port Daniel. Port Daniel. Quebec. I have no idea where Port Daniel is, by the way. But I'm going to assume that it's close to the St. Lawrence River. So I'm going to guess that we're like here. 662 kilometers away. Wow. It was in New Brunswick.
Are you like really far away?
Well, New Brunswick's pretty close. We got 2 points.
What is that? Are those the
Zwijpunkt.
Ryukyu Islands? People live there?
People live all over the earth.
I guess they do.
I'm going to guess that this is Kentucky.
Kentucky. That looks like Canada to me.
You just said you don't know anything about Canada.
Yeah. And there you go. Perhaps you should take my words about Canada with a grain of salt.
It was Canada. Wow, chat, you are salty right now. You should be thankful. Most North Americans don't even know what Luxembourg is. I know all about the Benelux, man. I was just I've never seen it before, so I was kind of surprised. I need to see a sign here. This is I mean it's majestic. But at the same time, this could be multiple places on Earth right now. Welcome to the Symphony Amphitheater. What? I think the symphony might be canceled tonight, guys. Weather can change in an instant here. Is that a Canadian flag? Oh my god, it looks a little cold. Okay, so we're in Canada. If we're in Canada, fuck, dude. My assumption is that we're like in Whistler right now. But there's many places in Canada that do look like this. But my assumption is Whistler, because it's like the most famous skiing location in Canada. Why does the camera keep changing? It says Shia LaBeouf. I'm going to be taking, I'm going to go with Whistler. I don't know, it's like somewhere in here. I've never been. It's very mountainous here. I know you're going to be thinking, go north, go further north. Go further north, go further north. You might not be wrong. Admittedly, there's buses that go from Vancouver to Whistler, but I haven't lived here long enough to take one. So I thought it was like up here. Yeah, there it is, Whistler. You were 5.64 kilometers away. Boom, baby! Actually did okay that time. Except for the one that we thought was in Norway, but was actually in Iceland. Alright, we gotta finish this run. Oh my god, we gotta finish this run so we can play, some Spelunky. Are we, like, just in McMurdo Station on Antarctica or something? In Antarctica? Because this looks cold and they had to bury their dead in shallow graves. I think McMurdo Station is like somewhere down here. I don't think it's actually there. That's what I was thinking, is maybe it's actually just somewhere in the Northwest Passage. But hey, we got 30 points. In any case, that's going to do it for this one. That was a really tough one. Relatively pleased with that. This one is straight up Canadian. Place Belle, Canada. We're in either Montreal or, Find My Ottawa Home. I was going to say Montreal or Ottawa. I've been to Quebec City a couple times. It's not like this. So we're in Ottawa. And downtown Ottawa. So like somewhere, we would probably look at a street sign if we wanted to really nail it. I was like, this looks really familiar to me. Oh, that's the like Canada Art Museum right there. Yeah, we're like right near the Parliament buildings, kind of. One second. I can't really find the Parliament buildings on the map. I think it's somewhere up here. That place was called Cumming Island. We're like, yeah, there's the National Arts Center right there. So I think we're like right here, basically. And Parliament Hill is like right here. So we're probably like, well, let's look to our left. Oh, sorry. Our left would be like this way. Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty confident this is where we are. Yeah, that's pretty good. Less than a kilometer away, at least. Okay, this is a trailer park. There's a PT Cruiser. What's that? Is that an orange tree? I don't think it's an orange tree. It's in Canada. This sounds a little offensive, but already I'm thinking I saw a Canadian flag, so I'm assuming it's in Canada. Those are also Canadian real estate signs for sure. I don't know. You might have Remax in the US, but this is Canada. I'm feeling like this is Nova Scotia. It could. There's so many places it could be, but Nova Scotia just feels right here. Let's see if we can get out along like an open road or something like that. Admittedly, I'm thinking Nova Scotia because of Trailer Park Boys. It's filmed in Nova Scotia. It might be a little bit of a, stereotypical thing to guess, and maybe that's offensive to Nova Scotians. I've been to beautiful parts of Nova Scotia as well, but I got no other information to go on, right? So what do you want me to do here? Nova Scotian here, that could very well be us. I'd like to at least get like one sign that showed like an upcoming city or something. Should probably drive. Oh, there's a stoplight there. That's probably the busiest intersection in the whole city here. If I could see some plates, that would help. But unfortunately, a lot of the cars just seem to not have them. This is Fundy grinding. So this is probably on the Bay of Fundy, which is like New Brunswick. Where was the Bay of Fundy? Is it this one? There is the Bay of Fundy. Okay. Is there a town called Fundy in the Bay of Fundy? Could be like Annapolis Royal. Could be Digby. I think I've been to Digby. Let's give Digby a try. That's oh, it's Truro. That's where I got fucking robbed, yo. That's well, I didn't get robbed. My grandparents who I was with got robbed, but still. Fuck you, Truro. I knew it was a shithole. All right. No offense if you live in Truro. I'm sure there's beautiful places there. Also, Truro is in Nova Scotia. Immediately thinking that this is the United States or Canada. Looks a little bit Pacific Northwesty. If I'm guessing that we're on the right side of the road, we should drive ahead this way, and I'll use my arrow keys to get this accomplished so that we can actually see the signs on the right side of the road. Not too disappointed with that first one. You know, I wish we could have gotten a little closer, but I would never have thought to look at those islands. Until next time, where now I will try to remember to look at the islands. Now, eventually, we will get a road sign here. Or we'll find some kind of roadkill. I'm going to guess this is probably not a very geologically noteworthy lake. If we were to look on the map, we'd probably have to zoom in pretty deep to find it. If we find some local fauna, that would help. Oh, I see a house. All right, you can get a lot of information. You can glean a lot of information from a single house. You know, read the name on the mailbox. That can tell you something. See what cars are in the driveway. That might not even be a house. That could be like a church or something there. That can help us out a lot as well. There's a lot of signs here. This is going to be dense information. Okay. To Glenelg. Admittedly, I have no idea. Glenelg Church Road seems very descriptive. Aspen. So we're in Colorado. This is where they went in Dumb and Dumber, the movie. But I thought Aspen was like more mountainous than this. Maybe we're just on the city limits. Well, let's get real close. Aspen is in Colorado, I think. Aspen. Now I'm starting to second guess myself. For my whole life, I've thought that Aspen was in Colorado. But now I'm starting to... I want to go to Google, and I'm like, really? Like, is this not where Aspen is? Because this doesn't look like Aspen I expected it to look. But let's go into the city a little bit more. I can at least get some confirmation, maybe. See some plates. They usually blur out the license plates. Sometimes you can sneak a good one in. There's also the possibility there could be like a second Aspen. 1 kilometer? We're in Canada? Well, if we're in Canada, then in a way, we're kind of fucked, because that is I live in Canada, but it's a very big country, and I've never heard of Aspen. And everywhere I've lived in Canada... Is that dude riding a fucking penny farthing bicycle? I gotta find some more signs. I gotta find a sign that says, like, you know, Toronto, 500 kilometers. Antigonish. Okay, so we're in Nova Scotia. There you go. We're in Aspen, Nova Scotia. Antigonish, Sherbrooke, Halifax. All right. So I was right. That is not what Colorado, Aspen, Colorado looks like. The 7 highway goes into Halifax. Where is Antigonish? It's over there. So Antigonish is that way. Are we in fucking Truro again? Sherbrooke. Sherbrooke? Isn't Sherbrooke in Quebec? Please don't tell me we're in... Why does it put me in Truro all the time? Because I got robbed in Truro that one time. They never want me to forget about it. What's the 7 highway? That's the 2. Let me think about this. West goes to Halifax. Yes. So it's got to be like here. Zoom in a little bit. 7. Oh, we're in Sheet Harbor? Where does Sheet Harbor differ? This one goes to Antigonish. Where in Christ? Oh, Sherbrooke. So we're like here. Aspen. Oh, snap. We gotta be like here. This is like where we started. Oh my god. Only 6.2 kilometers away on that one. That's pretty good. Now, that one is going to put you a little behind the 8 ball if you don't know where Antigonish is. But if you saw Halifax, I think we're doing okay here. We got one more left. This has been a long one. But we have 17,000 points, so this has a real possibility to be the best we've ever done. Canada's family clothing store. This is Canada right here. Dude on a motorcycle doing a burnout in front of a vacant store. You know, I get shit for saying this all the time, but this looks like the Pacific Northwest. But it could be anywhere. But if I had to guess, my guess right now would be Pacific Northwest. Looks like maybe BC. Model train display. Let me see that shit. What is this? Blue Heron. Okay. They have Blue Heron here. I see trucks. Well, if I know we're in Canada, like these forests and mountains is pretty much BC. The whole town is shutting down, apparently, though. It's a shame. It's a nice looking place. I'm open to the idea that it's not BC, but it feels like it's BC, man. British Columbia. In case you are not sure what that means. All right. Then we take a look back here. This is the Creston Museum. Creston. Well, let's go back into civilization. There's Motorcycle Man. He's going to follow the Google truck. That's his idea of a good time. All right, let's take a look at these signs here. If we can read them. Looks like we're in a town called Creston. Creston Valley. We could be in Alberta, admittedly. Like, there's the Rockies sort of around this region. Creston Valley. Just taking a quick look in this region. Creston. As getting close to Vancouver here. Doesn't look that Vancouver-ish. Whistler. Pemberton. I mean, you can see it's very mountainous up here. We could easily be off by a lot. Well, assuming that there's a railroad museum, my assumption is that it's kind of near the coast. You know, because that was the first Prime Minister of Canada, Sir John A. Macdonald. One of the things that he wanted to accomplish was a railroad from sea to sea. And, you know, this is the sea right here. This is the Pacific Ocean. Where's the railroad? This is, like, way too zoomed in. There's Blaine. Too bad it wasn't Blaine. It was Blue Heron. All right, we're gonna have to figure out where the heck we are. It might not even be British Columbia or Alberta. BC Liquor Store. It's British Columbia. All right. So it's Creston, BC, somewhere. Where does BC start? Right, like here. Creston. Oh shit, Creston. And I'm going to assume 1000 Northwest Drive. Crow's Nest Highway. Where's Northwest Drive? 12th Avenue North? I'm turning my head sideways. I hope you can still hear me here. Not because my head is sideways, but because it's a little bit further away from the microphone. Creston Valley Hospital. Real Food. Oh, Northwest Boulevard. That's what it was. It wasn't Drive. It was Boulevard. Okay. Then 1000. It only becomes Northwest Boulevard temporarily. Do we see St. Stephen's Presbyterian Church. We do see a restaurant. Is it a real food restaurant? Video Express. Man, this place is in the Stone Age. Could you tell me if there's a Canada food or Canada's clothing store here? What about this one? Motel and restaurant. The Hacienda. Yeah, totally. Kootenai Thai restaurant. Tony's Lounge is open. Newly renovated rooms. Okay, the more we zoom in, like... Is this like Northwest Boulevard is seriously only this long? We should just choose then. We were 775 meters. There's Kootenai Thai right there. Ah, shut up. Oh well. That's okay. We got 22,000 points. That's very good. If I hadn't fucked up the Swedish one and I hadn't fucked up the United Kingdom one, I don't think Spain is the size of Manhattan, okay? Immediately, I don't even know if we have to move. We're in the prairies somewhere. Fertilizer and agri-services, SUVs, rural crime watch area. Watch out for that. This is 5909 Imperial Way. See some license plates here. This could be Ontario as well. Hard to tell from those license plates, honestly. We might be able to find some that aren't blurred out, but maybe we can look for some provincial flags or something instead. You're in Canada, NL. That's true. CanPro Gator Center. Yep. Lots of sand on these cars. They're really being good about the blurring, huh? CanPro Gator Center. What about over here? This is Business Alley. I almost put us in Finland by accident there. Alright, we don't really care about the trailers. I would like to see what that says, but it's hard. There's a big sign up here, which I'm hoping is not going to be blurred out when we get close. Oh, so it's like a new housing division here. Industrial lots for sale. Springwood. Imperial Way. This could be anywhere. That is the dustiest Ford Fusion I've ever seen. This actually kind of looks like where I grew up, but I think that's just because a lot of Canada looks like this. All right, we're going to take one last look at the sign, and then we're just going to make a guess of Alberta. Pipeline, residential insulation. I don't see a reason not to choose like Red Deer, Alberta. Why don't we stick closer to Calgary? Calgary, sorry, Lethbridge. Okay. We were actually a lot closer to Red Deer. I got a good head on my shoulders for this. Let's play our next round. All right, yeah. A little bit more of a British Columbia feel. The mountains. This could be a suburb of Vancouver. I could see myself seeing these views. Let's move towards the mountains and see if we can maybe get a little closer. These also might not be British Columbian mountains. They might be mountains in Alberta. I'm not sure. It could also be the Yukon, yeah. Riverside Drive, Hazel Drive. It looks real Pacific Northwest-y. Less than 20,000 points and you get deported. Oh no. Let's try going this way. Trying to find ourselves getting towards a major intersection. Actually, BC license plates are some of the easiest ones to pick out, I think. It's like, beautiful British Columbia. And also, the BC flag is really easy. I'm not just looking at her hot-ass bod here, okay? I was looking to see if I recognized the grocery store on the bags. Bus stop. That doesn't really look like the bus stops in Vancouver. Like, the bus stops in Vancouver typically have TransLink on them, and Little Oak Realty. Shelley Gossett. There's a Canadian flag. Yo, you got pride for your country. Do you have pride for your province? Tinted canopies, sunrooms, conservatories. Yo, this is gonna sound it's gonna sound a little wild maybe. But right now I'm thinking this is not BC, or it's northern BC. You know, a little bit further up, maybe we're on the Sunshine Coast. But I'm almost tempted to say we're in like Banff or something like that. But we're on like a somewhat major thoroughfare here. More major, at least. Let's see if we can find, going backwards, some signs here. There's a park. Can we turn? Yeah, I want to go this way. Pretty sure we're in the ADNL, not the GBs. Banff. It's not Banff, it's Banff. Princess Katarina? What the fuck are you talking about? Princess Katarina. Did you name your house? Get out of here. I don't support that. I hope that's not in my city. Kelowna? It could be. I've never been to Kelowna, so that's where... If we were put in downtown Vancouver, I'd be so happy. I'd be like, that's downtown Vancouver. All I know is that I'm pretty confident this is not a suburb of Vancouver. Don't name your house. Yeah, okay. Have fun till your daddy takes the jukebox away. Hoping maybe we could like see a freaking sign that says, okay, is this... We got stores here? First Avenue something assembly. It's on First Avenue. Well, that really narrows it down. Wherever we are, they have a First Avenue here. So, all right. Well, I guess, you know, the mountains look familiar. I'm going to guess we're like lower mainland. I don't know. Maybe like fucking White Rock. You can do your copying and your faxing here. What kind of convenience store doesn't name itself blank convenience or like blank general store? You don't even have a name. That shows me there's not much competition here for business. People here getting soft. Dargots. Family tradition for over 40 years, established in 2003. So no matter where we are, we're in the future. Yo, don't try your bullshit marketing technique on me. I'll do the math. Wherever we are here, they're bad at math as well. I've noticed. Okay, what about this sign? Advertise here. Lovely. Electrolysis. All right. You can get your hairs obliterated by a laser there. I guess it's technically electricity, not a laser. All right, okay, we've pussyfooted around long enough. I think maybe we could be in like, you know, I was thinking White Rock. I don't know. I'm going to put us in like Delta. Ew, Delta. Hey, we weren't that far away. We're in Chilliwack. Relatively close. It looked worse because I was zoomed in. All right, I'm glad I stuck with BC there. Okay, we got squigglies on the road. That's a trademark of the Yukon. Again, a little bit of a British Columbia feel here, but it could also be Yukon. I don't know. We're going to have to look around a little bit. It's more kind of, I mean, there's mountains. There's some big mountains. I don't know. I'd like to be able to see some stuff. Myrtle Creek salmon habitat. All right, so that tells us right away we're in BC or the Yukon, which I guess I already have been saying nonstop. But we're pretty much guaranteed to be there because salmon, a little bit more of a Pacific food, and it already looked Pacific-y. We have to be on the coast as well. I'm assuming that there's not that much of, like a salmon preservation area in like Saskatchewan, for example. Not to mention Saskatchewan is flat. Flatter, at least. I am okay. We should go back because that real estate might be interesting. There was a mobile home park, which tells us, perhaps not super helpfully, but it tells us that we're excuse me? What is this sign? It says slow kids, and then there's like a horrifying childhood mascot, but then there's like some blood dripping off the sign. What is this? The hills have eyes shit. I gotta go further. Did the Google... Oh, the Google car, it turned back there. The Google car is like, we're not following down that road. Okay. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. We can't drive it. Vroom, vroom. Okay. I mean, it's kind of beautiful. I guess, if you ignore the slow kids. I thought that was text. Right now I'm thinking we're in northern BC. Oh, that sign. Sign everywhere, a sign blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Also giving me contextual clues about what's happening. Lottery Center. Airport Marina. Deli, groceries, coffee shop. Airport Market. This is not near the Vancouver airport. Oh, that bus. What does that say? Powell River. Yeah. Powell River does have an airport. The question is, where the fuck is Powell River? It's like northern BC. It's so small. Kate's been there. Kate! Kate, get in here for a second. Get in here for a second. Kate. Kate, where's Powell River?
Oh shit, I know where Powell River is. It's like wait, hold on. Wait. It's like Vancouver right here. And then you like there you go, Powell River.
Ah, nice. You smoked it, Kate.
Smoked them.
Thank you. I was going way too north. Everything is northern. Where's the airport?
Oh, the airport is bottom.
Oh, it's below it?
It's like a little bit lower. No, wait, you're going too much, man.
It's oh, there it is, right there, I guess.
Yeah, right there.
So I assume we're like right here. Oh!
Yeah!
1.1 kilometer. Nicely done.
I can walk that much.
Yeah, I hope so. That was a great guess.
It wasn't a guess, man.
Well, that's true, yeah. I got a kill streak and called in a Kate strike.
Yeah.
It's true. All these are in Canada.
Nice.
I have no idea where this is though. It's like Saskatchewan.
Calgary, man.
You think this is Calgary? We already
100%.
Look
at that car. It's a Calgary car.
But there are people drive pickup trucks everywhere, Kate.
No, Calgary, it's Calgary car when you see them. Look at it.
To me, this looks like Saskatchewan because it's so close together.
I bet it says Calgary.
It says Cardston. What? Where the hell is Cardston?
Calgary.
Yo, get out of here. You're distracting me with your Calgary nonsense.
It's Calgary.
Thank you for that Powell River guess, though.
Oh, don't worry.
There's like 5 cities in Saskatchewan, so if she's right with Calgary, I'll never hear the end of it. So I got to do some due diligence here. There's only like 8 roads in the whole province. No offense if you're from Saskatchewan. Cardston, 1 kilometer. Is that really like the closest city? Well, if we're not in Saskatchewan, we could be like eastern Alberta. before the mountains. Fucking Canada's so big. Get over it, man. Why don't you be smaller? If you were like, why don't you be more like Iceland? Alright, well, we're getting a little north there. We're almost up in the Mac. Oh, wait a minute. There's some dope-ass, like, glaciers over there. I'm gonna go check that out. Maybe we are up in the Mac. That's sweet as heck. Wow, Canada looks like a shit place to live. No offense. Look at the freaking size of it, man. There's some places aren't that visually appealing. Some places are farking lovely. Okay? I won't be having that stuff on my watch. Well, okay. This doesn't necessarily mean that we are, like, in the north. It could just be April and the snow's melting. Whoa. Whoa, y'all. I gotta get me a peek at some of those peaks. I've seen late winters and early springs like this. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. That is some awesome scenery. Okay, so we're near mountains, actually. There's Cranbrook. I thought Cranbrook was in BC. What are we looking for? Cardston. Oh, shit. Cardston. It was 1 kilometer away, so we should really put ourselves like... Well, I don't remember where we started, so the compass is a little bit less relevant, but I'm assuming we're like... Boom, baby. 3.9 kilometers away. That's pretty good. It is pretty close to Calgary, isn't it? I gotta give her some credit for that. Alright, this will probably be our last one here. Wind farms, huh? I mean, this is like some Western Canada shit right here. Plymouth Voyager, huh? I could see this actually being Ontario. The place where things grow. Pontiac Sunfire. That's an Ontario car. Ford F-150 with a trailer. Got me thinking a little bit more prairie-like. Calgary cars don't lie. I'm on tonight. You know my Calgary cars are trying to haul some hay. That was Shakira. The Canadian Shakira. Shakira. Look, I don't think we're going to see shit here, mate. I'm going to guess that we're in Saskatchewan. No offense, Michael A.L. Fox. Oh, fuck. That was like Windsor? Well, it wasn't quite Windsor. It was pretty close to fucking Windsor, though. Did I break 20,000? I got 17,000. I'm so mad. Looking at this. I'm going to check my Ontario instincts. Looking at this. Looking at that. Ontario, bitch. Somewhere up here in the Peterborough region. Ah, shit. We were down in the peg. definitely should not ejaculate in public unless you're in a place that's, you know, meant for it.